Hey, Touchdown fans, pal Big D back here again with another weekly news announcement. And this is for September 2nd, 2019. Congratulations, we made it to September. Not only that, today is in the United States Labor Day. Kind of funny how Labor Day, which means most of us got 3-day weekends, which I was one of the people who got 3-day weekends. Funny, I used to hate this day more than anything when I was a kid. Because in my area, the day after Labor Day meant what? The first day of school. So I loved this day, but I always hated this day because I knew what it meant. And then the next day I had to go back to school. Of course, many, many years later, I don't have that problem anymore, so I do enjoy it now. But if you're new to my channel, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about telling you what's going to come out this week, what's coming out next week, anything that was majorly announced over the last week. And then at the end, I kind of show you what I picked up last week, new release-wise, and then go from there. So let's get started. And this week, we have a pretty robust couple weeks coming up. Actually, this entire month is pretty robust when it comes to releases. So for this week, we have Rambo, the fourth movie in the series. It's called Rambo. And that does come out in 4K finally. The first three came out in 4K last year. For some reason, it took them another year to release this one. So that comes out in 4K tomorrow, and you should be able to buy that anywhere. The movie Booksmart comes out tomorrow, and again, you should be able to get that anywhere. There is no 4K that I can find on that. It's just a Blu-ray and a DVD. Men in Black International comes out tomorrow. Now, there are some exclusive with that. I do know because there's a Blu-ray, DVD, and a 4K. Best Buy has a really hideous steelbook coming out tomorrow. And there also is I think it's a digibook coming out from Target. So be on the lookout for those. Let's see. Also, Elvira Misters of the Dark come out on Blu-ray tomorrow. Now, it's already been available on Blu-ray. There's an Arrow release for it, but this is kind of a more streamed-down version. For those of you that don't want to fork out the $30 for the Arrow version, you can't get this. We have True Detective Season 3 coming out tomorrow, along with the movie Ma with Octavia Spencer, which I've been wanting to see for a while, so I'm really excited about that coming out. Then we have an anthology movie coming out tomorrow called Nightmare Cinema. I've seen the preview for it. It's actually, I saw the preview on Amazon. It looks actually really interesting. I'm a big fan of anthology movies, so there we go. Mary Magdalene comes out tomorrow, and that's the one with Joaquin Phoenix. It's more about Mary Magdalene and not Jesus, although Joaquin Phoenix plays Jesus in the movie. We have the Batman 80th Anniversary box set coming out. It's a bunch of the animated movies from prior years past. No live action. It's all animated movies that are going to be in there. And then we have a movie called Into the Ashes comes out tomorrow. And then we do also have Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The complete series on Blu-ray. I think there was 3 seasons of that show. And it's all coming out on Blu-ray tomorrow. Majority of these you should be able to find pretty much anywhere. Nightmare Cinema, I think it's only going to be available on Amazon, unfortunately. Otherwise, Elvira again, Amazon. Otherwise, everything else you should be able to find in stores tomorrow. Whether it be at Best Buy, Target, Walmart. You should be able to find the rest of those in any stores tomorrow. So that is it for tomorrow. Now, next week, which is the 9th of September, is a little bit bigger. There's a major title coming out that which I know a lot of people are excited about. Of course, that is John Wick Chapter 3 coming out next week. We've got the Blu-ray, we've got the DVD, we've got the 4K, we've got the 4K Steelbook, we've got some sort of Steelbook, mini Steelbook with just the digital code in it that Best Buy is going on. I think believe there's a Digibook with Target as well. There's all kinds of exclusives coming out for that next week. Also next week we do have Casino coming out in 4K, and Best Buy will have a Steelbook for that. We have, let's see here, Aladdin the animated movie is coming out next week. There's a Blu-ray, DVD, and there is a 4K for that, and a Steelbook by Best Buy. Obviously, there's going to be a Digibook as well. And at the same time, Aladdin, the live-action movie, comes out next week. And again, the same things. We got the Blu-ray, DVD, 4K. We got the Steelbook by Best Buy, and we do have a Digibook coming by Target. Also, The Dead Don't Die comes out next week. That's the comedy with, Bill Murray and, I always call him Kylo Ren, Adam Driver. And that's coming out next week on Blu-ray and DVD. We also have Daybreakers and the movie Lockup with Stallone coming out in 4K next week, along with Supernatural Season 14, the second to last season of that show. That's the next season, Season 15, is going to be the last season, and I think it starts up in October, so we're pretty close to that. Killer Crocodile series. Have no idea what these are, but there's 3 different Killer Crocodile movies coming out next week. Look interesting. Howard the Duck has been released in a Steelbook, an FY exclusive next week. We have the Cornetto trilogy, which is obviously Shaun of the Dead, at World's End, and oh my gosh, it's been a long day, man. I am heat. Oh, it's the second movie. He plays cops. leave a comment down below and give me all kinds of garbage. I forgot the title. I feel stupid. I'll probably remember it later on. But it's the 3 movies starring obviously Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. They call it the Cornetto trilogy because they mention that in every movie. So or at least you see like in the 3rd movie you see the Cornetto like rapper hit the fence. So those all come out next week, and then Disney's re-releasing a ton of their animated movies next week. Some are coming out in 4K. Some of them are just being re-released just with that new packaging where it's got to have Disney written all over it. But what we do have coming out next week is now the ones I'm going to be reading off to you now are ones coming out not only in Blu-ray, being re-released in Blu-ray, but they're coming out in 4K, and there's a Steelbook edition to them. And I don't think there's a Digibook, but I know for a fact there is a Steelbook at Best Buy. So we're looking at Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, Inside Out, Cars 1 and 2, Brave, and Ratatouille and The Good Dinosaur will all be coming out next week in 4K Steelbooks. Kind of fun. I'm hoping I can get in there. My Best Buy is really weird about me filming, but I actually kind of want to do filming because I'm kind of curious to see, because it's going to be like a whole rack just of Steelbooks. Then also they are re-releasing the non-4K but with new coverage. You got Bugs Life, which, okay, Wall-E, which really bums me because it's one of my favorite Disney flicks. Why that's not coming out in 4K or a Steelbook, I have no idea. Monsters University, Monsters Inc., and Up. Another one of my favorite ones. Again, no 4K, no Steelbook, just the regular. But yet we're getting Ratatouille, and Inside Out and Finding Nemo, and all those have already been available on Steelbook anyway. So, I don't know why they don't release all of them. What they're going to do is give it another month, they'll probably all come out too. So that is it with coming out with this week and next week. Now let's talk about what's coming out announced-wise. There wasn't a whole lot of announcements. I do have a couple tentative date things that I've read about, but there wasn't a whole lot, and I think they do that because a holiday weekend was approaching up, so they kind of pulled back a little bit. But we do have the live-action Lion King, which I hear tentatively is coming out. I can't remember if I told you this or not, but it looks like it's coming out around October 15th. Tentatively, and it looks like, hopefully this is solid, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood looks like it's going to be coming out the 29th of October. Spartacus, a Steelbook is coming out by Best Buy, and that'll be the 5th of November. And this is not the TV series like that. This is the original Spartacus 1960 coming out. Then we have Star Trek Discovery Season 2 finally. Finally, that one is coming out, Season 2 Blu-ray. I don't know about a Steelbook. They better, though, because Best Buy released the last one, a Steelbook. And that's coming out on the 12th of November. Also on that date, Soft Street date, this is what I've read, not 100% yet, but looks like Good Boys, which I did see was absolutely hilarious, will be coming out that same day. Arrow Video has just announced some November titles. We have Flowers in the Attic. We have Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which the specs on that read better than the Criterion Collection, so dang. And then the last one is RoboCop. And again, RoboCop is just really robust. I mean, it's way better than what Scream Factory released, oddly enough. It's got both two different versions of the movie. It's got new features aren't even available have never been available on anything before. The features list was like this long. It took me forever to read through it. So it is a very robust edition of RoboCop. So if you're a fan like I am of Paul Verhoeven's classic, definitely pick. Did I say? Yeah, definitely want to pick that up. Also, we have Vikings Season 5 Volume 2 coming out the 8th of October. And that is it. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot announced. A couple things that are tentative, but nothing really major. I think it's because of the fact we're coming into a holiday weekend, and they've announced a lot of stuff recently. So I think they're kind of pulling back a little bit, giving a little time for things to settle before we start seeing a lot more trickle in for November and December. That is it for the last couple days. For the last this week, next week, and announced. Now, and I gotta move this is gonna really material. But now, I'm going to show you what I did pick up new release-wise last week. So I did pick up a couple titles. I showed you the first one on last week's video, but I'll show it to you again. So I did get Rocket Man Steelbook. Watched it this week. Really, really liked it a lot more than I thought it would. I'm not the biggest fan of musicals. And the reason being is when I watch a musical, I find it really kind of almost annoying that, like, you'd be right in the middle of a movie and all of a sudden the whole pace of the movie stops. So all of a sudden everybody can come around and sing this whole big number, and then all of a sudden the movie starts progressing again. So it's kind of like annoying. It's like I really get into the story and all of a sudden, let's stop this for a second, so let's all sing. So I have a lot of time. There's a few musicals I do enjoy out there, but I have a lot of time. But this one is really well done. I was really surprised. There was one moment they kind of did stop at one point to do one song, but the rest of the time the majority of songs flowed with the movie. So as the story is being told, the songs are going along. I really like that aspect about it. Really well done. I know that there's some liberties it took with this movie, that everything's not completely factual. But it was really neat to kind of see this stuff and to see how much his life, Elton John's life, paralleled Freddie Mercury's in a lot of ways, was really kind of weird and kind of creepy at the same time. That a lot of things that happened to him younger in life and things that they really wanted to. I'm not trying to spoil anything for you in case you haven't seen it. But a lot of things they aspired to as they gotten older were very similar between both people. So very interesting. But this was a really well done. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's really well done. I really liked it. And the other major new release I picked up last week was, of course, I think I mentioned to you already, and that was Godzilla King of Monsters. I love the back. Look at that. I did really like, we watched this week. I really did like this one as well, although I did have a few issues with it. I think the biggest issue for me was pacing. There was a lot of like downtime in this movie. When the monsters started to fight was awesome. The other problem is, again, they did the same thing with the last Godzilla movie too. A lot of the action done at night, and so with the coloring, the way they did it, sometimes you couldn't, it was really hard to make out certain things in the movie. I know they do that to make it look more seamless, so the special effects, so trying to make it look, I guess, a little more real or something. Maybe Mr. Special Effects to make it darker or look a little bit more believable. I don't know. But it was very dark, and then some of the times when it was really bright color, it'd be overly bright, so it kind of would mute out things. So that was my only complaint, but I did enjoy it. There's not much of a story to it. I don't know. The main character in the movie is a bad guy, but yet she's not a bad guy. Kind of had some issues with that too, but I did find it to be a fun movie. I wish I would have seen it in theaters just to see the battles, because the battles in this movie between, Godzilla and Mothra and King Ghidorah and all the other characters was just phenomenal. There was some really cool battle scenes. I mean, as a kid growing up, man, I used to watch Godzilla movies all the time. I actually looking really forward to Godzilla's King Kong. It was one of my favorite. But I loved watching Godzilla come, in those old little, little cities they would build out of little, it looks like almost like sticks, and he'd come run around the rubber suit. I love those so much. It's such a big part of my childhood. So I did really enjoy the fight sequences. That was really cool. A lot of good destruction, a lot of good devastation. So it was really cool. So I did enjoy it. Again, had a few issues with it, but it was still a really fun movie. So that is it. Please leave me some comments down below. If you figured out what that title is that I've forgotten, leave it down below. Again, give me some grief about it. I know I'll think about it. I'll finish this and I'll come back and go, oh yeah, it's this. I hate when I do this. It's like one of those things right on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't quite get it. Leave me some comments down below what your thoughts are on some of the stuff coming out. Also, click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos by me. The bell will notify when I do put up videos. Thank you guys all for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Please share this video out there. I'm still getting a lot of support. I really appreciate you guys doing that. Got some new things coming up this week. Hopefully you're able to watch my video on some of my recent pickups. I'll be doing another pickup video later this week. I'm going to show you what I picked up on that sale that was at Barnes & Noble, Big Lots, and I actually picked up quite a bit. So I was quite surprised. I got some really good deals. I also have some stuff that was on order a while ago that finally arrived. So be on the lookout for that video. And again, thank you guys all for watching. Everybody take care out there. Always keep punking because you never know what you're going to find. That's the truth. And as always, live long and prosper. Bye.